Young scholars, this is Mr. Hare coming from my house to yours. And today, or this week, in social studies, we're going to be talking about jobs and career. So you see this thing right here? This is a microphone that I sometimes use with my other computer, my more powerful computer that I like. Um, this is a reminder of a time a long time ago of a certain job I had that I really, really loved. And what it was in radio. And this week in social studies, we're talking about jobs and careers, what the responsibilities are, and I thought I'd share some of the things that Mr. Hare has done in the past. A long time ago, a long time ago, it was when Mr. Hare had hair. Um, Worked in as a radio announcer, a DJ, what they call a DJ, and it was a lot of fun. It was I started out as the overnight guy, and it was in Texarkana, Texas, and other towns too, but I spent the most time in Texarkana, and some of the things that a radio, like a DJ, has to do is obviously, if it's a music station, you play music. And you have to record weather announcements, public service announcements, things that people hear on the radio. There's a little place where the guys had to go, and gals had to go and record their voices. And it was on little tapes, kind of like 8-track tapes. Ask your grandparents about that. And anyway, this right here is kind of like what we call the pot mixer. We'd have to control the volume and make them fade one song and raise the volume for the other one as they were coming in. It was a lot of timing. It was so much fun. And a lot of radio announcers had to, well, they didn't have to, but they chose to. And I chose to come up with their on-air names. Mine was Wes Chandler. And we used those fake radio voices that I love so much. And mine, I used to say stuff like, all oldies, all the time. 95.9 FM, Kelly 95.9 FM. This is Wes Chandler keeping you in touch with Texarkana. Now, here's Rick Daniels with the weather. It was a lot of fun. Then came automation and fewer DJs, fewer works, fewer opportunities. You had to move to the big cities if you wanted to stay in it. It was a lot of fun, but I have good memories of it. And there's not many left. Usually it's, they get their radio feeds from New York or Los Angeles, but places like Dallas still have some local stations, but it's all news talk. It's not in music anymore. The music stations, unless you're in country. Anyway, I'm rambling. Other things that I have done in a long time ago. I once worked on a hazmat team at a chemical facility, first at Ethel Corporation, then at Albemarle. And there's a kind of a dangerous job unloading chemical tankers. And they were things where if you breathe one drop of what you're unloading, especially bromine, it would not be good. A very dangerous job. Then there was what was called a product specialist. It was they called it management, but it really wasn't management. And you were just this was at a aluminum facility, Aluminum Company of America. Before that, it was called Alumax, where they made stadium bleachers, shower door parts, and after the extrusion process of this metal, they would load them up on these racks and then dip them into these chemicals for treatment. They called it treatment. It made them better. And I had to go and look up information on a computer to tell them how many one company wanted, how many another company wanted. Sometimes I'd go and help them load the racks up. It was really loud. I think Mr. Hare lost part of his hearing from that. And of course, I'm a teacher now. There's all kinds of jobs and careers. There's teachers, coaches, firefighters, police officers. You could even work in computers. Maybe, my face is hiding what I put there. It's you could be in the military, like the Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines. But while we're talking about it, why don't we take a look at one of the most important professions right now in this time is being a doctor. What does a doctor do? Let's take a look. They have certain responsibilities. It's a very important responsibility. Doctors. Some doctors work in offices. Others work in hospitals. Doctors help people who are sick. Doctors look in our ears and they listen to our hearts. Have you ever gone to the doctor and had them do this kind of stuff to you? Yeah, I kind of don't like it, but it has to be done to keep us healthy. They look in our mouths. Jose says, ah. I wonder what he's going to find. Sometimes they give us medicine. Oh, she's not having fun, is she? Remember that time when Mr. Hare came to the classroom with with the cough syrup and I had to take it and you saw me make this face, right? Yeah. Memories of the way we were. Okay, sometimes they give us shots. Ouch! I don't like that. Do you? No, but it's giving us medicine that really helps us. So it's necessary. Hey, he's not even crying. Good job. What should we call him? Maybe Adam. Adam's doing a good job. Doctors also look at x-rays. They fix broken bones. Ouch! See that right there? That's really the bones inside your hand. Or maybe her hand. We go to the doctor for checkups. This keeps us healthy. Yeah, he probably was told some good news because he's smiling. She probably just told him that, you know what? You're healthy. You're okay. So she doesn't have to give him some medicine. So doctors really help us out. Like this doctor made him feel really good. So going to the doctor is not a bad thing, even though sometimes it hurts. It's always a good thing. What does your doctor do? What does your doctor do? Well, think about it. My doctor, you know what? I had to go to the doctor yesterday. I didn't go really to the office because now they make us do it on camera, just like what's happening right here. And I had something I thought was really, really bad, and I was afraid, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go to the hospital and have a surgery, and especially with this virus, it was not a good idea. I was thinking, Mr. Hare might not be able to finish the school year. You might not see me anymore on the videos, but guess what? I talked to my doctor. He was right here on the computer screen, just like I am talking to you. And I showed him what was wrong. And I told him what was wrong. And he told me what he thought. And he told me, Mr. Hare, you're going to be all right. So, and he prescribed some kind of medicine. So, hey, it's going to be all right. I don't have to miss the rest of the school year. I don't have to go to the hospital. Didn't even have to go to the doctor. So, it's all right. Now, some of the tools that a doctor uses when you really go there to the office. There's a blood pressure cuff that takes your blood pressure to see how your blood's going along in your body. A stethoscope to listen to your heart to make sure it's beating really good. An otoscope looks at inside your ears. And a thermometer to see if you have fever. And we don't want fever right now. So, some doctors work in a hospital. Some of them work in an office. They give us medicine that doesn't taste good, but if it doesn't taste good, it probably works. And they can look inside our bodies with these machines to take pictures of our bones and things like that. So, we've been talking about work. Let's talk about you. What kind of job, what kind of career do you want to have when you grow up? Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be a computer programmer? Maybe a coach, maybe a firefighter, maybe a police officer, maybe the owner of your own business. You never know, like a restaurant. Maybe you could sell things online. Jobs are going to be so different when you all grow up. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. So, that could be a good activity. What do you think? If you can imagine what you're going to be when you grow up. I think you just helped me figure out my next activity to put on Seesaw. Careers, jobs. What will you be when you grow up? Maybe an illustration. Let's find out. So, until next time, I hope you're having fun. I can't wait to see your work on Seesaw. And be safe, be healthy, be here. Bye bye.